it's time to call your energy back. It's time to call your energy back, right? Because if you ever do see them again, you would realize that 3, 4 months from now, if they have not leached onto anybody else, they're gonna look completely fucking drained. They're gonna look completely fucking different. You're being asked to really, really set a very, very important boundary because this individual right here, they love structure, they love stability, and your energy is the one that's your energy cord is with the life, and you're specifically feeding them, right? I feel like you haven't fully been able to move on, and if you're in a relationship with them, you're questioning whether you should move on. I feel like you should. The reason being is because we need to cut this. Once we cut this, life will start moving forward for you because you're specifically sucking you dry from your goodness, right? And once you pull your energy back, you're going to realize that things are not going to move for them the way that they are or the way that they were, okay? We have Scorpio. I feel like we have Leo, we have Pisces. I don't know why I feel like this individual has dreams. Like they really, really, really have big aspirations, big dreams. And then we have Gemini, but they're and then we have Taurus. I feel like they have big dreams, they have big aspirations, but they are stuck in karmic cycles like toxicity that's not really helping them move forward. That's what's coming out. That's what's being pushed out, right? And I feel like it's your energy that's keeping them alive, or it's like your energy that's keeping them moving. Retreat that and watch how they will crumble. Take care. Upset with you because even though you're trying, you have not really taken your power back. And that's the energy that's playing out right now. Yes, I'm a little upset with you because you have not taken your power back from this said individual, right? A lot of people don't realize that the way that you keep people don't realize that keeping an energy cord alive is very, very draining, right? And I will say this, once you fully call your power back, they will feel it because shit like that is felt, right? But I'm telling you, as of this moment in time, you really, really need to start working on putting yourself in a place that is going to bring you a lot of abundance, right? And that starts with calling your power back. You see this? The Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles reverse. Definitely calling your power back and cutting that cord would put you in a place of abundance and a place of stability, which you have not been on lately, right? The devil does tell me that it's definitely time to cut that cord. Like definitely it's time to find a way to focus on cutting that energy cord. The reason being it's because we do need to set a boundary, or we do need to put ourselves in a spot where we're cutting this specific toxic individual out of our life, or we're specifically cutting this toxic situation out of our reality, right? And this could be with an addiction, this could be with a situationship, this could be with a family member, this could even be with a lover that you're dealing with right now, or a past lover. Once you cut that energy, we're going to go ahead and flip that, and we're going to become the Nine of Pentacles. We're going to regain our power, and we're going to regain our stability, right? I specifically want to know what's going to happen once they cut that cord. Once that specific person cuts that cord, they're going to feel your absence. No matter what. Once you cut that cord, that specific person is going to feel your absence, and what's going to take a hit, it's going to be their structure, right? Because a Hierophant is all about structure. The Hierophant is all about stability. The Hierophant is all about what we find normal, what we can do to keep us what we can do to help us keep moving forward in a very normal, specific, stable way, right? So the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles tells me once you regain your power, once you cut that energy cord with the devil, you will be hitting your specific energy source of structure, right? Because I definitely feel like your energy is not something that you should give out easily. Your energy is very, very, very rare. I also definitely feel like some of you guys like to be alone. You guys enjoy being alone, right? Or you're being called to be alone, right? Or lately you have been thinking to yourself, what happens if I completely go ghost? What happens if I completely make all my social medias black? I just forget about everything and do my own thing, right? I definitely want to acknowledge that your energy is what's keeping this person moving. Your energy is what's keeping this person what's keeping this person basically floating, right? So once we cut that energy cord, once we cut that toxicity, no matter if it's a friend, a past lover, what's gonna happen to them is that, give me a bit, why is a Hierophant right here? What is the Hierophant right here? The Queen of Pentacles, exactly. I like that. I like that. I like that. When you cut that energy cord, once you detach, things will come crumbling for them. And the reason being, it's because the only thing that's keeping them floating is the fact that you're constantly thinking about them, the fact that you're constantly in their energy field. That's specifically what's keeping them moving, right? So your nurturing energy is what's basically keeping them going, right? And we don't want that. We don't desire that. 333 on the timer, right? So the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Devil, these specific cards tell me that as soon as you do that cord cutting ritual or you start practicing affirmations to cut your energy away, they're gonna feel that. They're going to miss that, right? They're gonna start thinking about the nurturing that you were able to offer them. One thing that I feel is like they really, really, really do enjoy their independence, or they really, 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 really do enjoy their said structure, right? And the energy they used to provide for them, the energy they used to give them, was definitely what kept them going, what kept them moving, what kept them feeling better. Once you cut that energy cord, once you remove yourself from their specific life, they're going to be like, shit, where did that go? Right? In reality, it was coming in from you, right? So I definitely, definitely do want you to acknowledge that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. And then we also have the Sun. I like that. I like that because the only thing that's preventing from something better happening in your life is cutting this energy cord. Literally. Literally. You cutting this energy cord, you doing affirmations every day to get them out of your head or to remove them from your energy field is what's going to cause movement in your reality. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Sun, right? And to me, it feels like some of you guys have definitely been in this relationship for a while, or it was a while that you guys were together, right? I don't know why I feel like this person has always thought that you would always, always be there for them, right? That's specifically what's coming out. That's specifically what's showing up in this reading, right? I also feel like they could definitely have manipulative tendencies. The Magician reverse, right? And I will say this, the Eight of Cups, you haven't fully been able to move on from them. And they haven't fully been able to move on from you. But it's because your energy cord is very chaotic. Like it's super, 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 super chaotic. And the irrational decisions that led to the ending of this relationship, or the irrational decisions that are leading to the end of this relationship, are definitely supposed to serve us as a lesson to grow, but we're not viewing them as lessons to grow. What happens if the lesson that you really need in this situation is knowing when to let go, knowing when to specifically cut someone off, right? And their lesson is to not depend on people that they feel like they can use for their own fucking gain. You see that? You see what I'm specifically bringing up? You see what's specifically coming out? And like the cards are telling you that once you cut that energy cord, life will start moving up. Life will start moving forward for you. You will be able to find expansion. You will be able to find stability. And it might take a while, but the happiness will arrive. The happiness will arrive because the energy that you were once feeding them, the energy that you once were feeding their structure, you would now be feeding it back to you, right? And with the Eight of Cups reverse, with the Knight of Swords reverse, and with the Magician, this specific individual is going to get a taste of their own medicine, and they're going to realize that the person that was making them special, the person that was able to provide for them, the reason that they were specifically floating was because you as an individual were feeding them your energy. And I promise you, you call back your energy a month from now, 3 months from now, you're going to see that they look bad. Okay? Overall, that's all I have for you. Cuídense mucho.